Hey, this is Mark Cox, PhD, and what we're going to be doing today is comparing some battery-operated framing nailers. So let's take a look over here. This one here is my old one. I was never really happy with it. If I was doing a lot of framing, I'd actually switch to my air gun. This is a new one that Ridgid sent me. So this I paid for. This was free for the exchange of doing a review on it. So let me talk about what we're going to be doing over here. So this is just an old wood support that my brother gave me. I'm going to be attaching this 2x4 onto a 2x4. That's what we're going to be doing. I'm going to be using a 9 amp hour battery. It's charged up about halfway, so it's not fully charged. I have two different nails. I've got a 2 3/8 and then a 3-inch as well. The old style, whenever I used it, never really drove the 3-inch nails. But we're going to do just a comparison here. So we will start with the old Ridgid. I can tell you right away, this guy is heavy. I don't know the exact weight, but it's probably like 82,000 pounds. It's pretty hefty. So let's start with a 3-inch nail. I'll spin this around. And the first thing I want to do is a single shot. So I'll put in a single shot. That one did pretty good. And that wood back there is probably soft. Next thing I want to do is to switch over to the contact, and I'll put in two. Hey, come on, get over here. Come on, thank you very much. Say hello to Alabama. All right. I'll put in just on the top row. You got to pull the trigger on this, of course. So you can see that one didn't go in all the way. That's what I was expecting. That is what I was expecting. Okay, so not all of them go in. All right, let's switch over to the new one. I'll take those out. All right, switch to the new style. It feels a little bit lighter. I haven't weighed them. I don't know. It feels a little bit lighter. Still feels heavy after using that one. All right, so now let's do the contact. So that drove a whole lot nicer. So 9 amp hour. Got a new set of 9 or 3s. And left it on actuate. So just gonna go through, put 6 or 7 in here. Just see how it feels. I have noticed that if you allow it to bounce on you, it won't drive all the way. So that type of thing. So you can't pull up early. You've got to make sure that you maintain pressure down when you're in actuation mode or repetitive fire, whatever you want to call it. And see if I can get one right there in a knot here. Look at that. Pretty flush. So anyways, it drives as long as you don't bounce. So if you're bouncing, you know, just trying to speed through it, which, you know, you can get lazy, it'll do that. And here's some examples, you know, and then you have to go back and redrive those. But if you keep it flush and keep pressure on it, it'll drive through, and it'll drive through nicely. So on the longer nails, I think the newer style drove a little bit better. It feels like it's, you know, maybe a pound and a half lighter. I don't know. You'd have to check the specs on that. But they both drive okay. They're good in a pinch. I think the newer style, or at least the newer gun, whatever changes that they've made to it, might work out a little bit better for you. It does come with a belt clip, which I think is kind of absurd, you know, but you'd probably have to have a tool belt cinched up with suspenders wrapped around your neck and anchored to your ankles. in order to make sure that thing doesn't pull anything down. So there it was. I'll put it through Ringer. We'll drive some 4x4s later, but anyways, that's my review. If you want to, oh, let me tell you the model number. R09895. So hope this helps. Also remember do not point that at anybody on the old video there, or my helper. Hey, shooter. Anyways, LSA, lifetime service agreement, and that comes free. If anything goes wrong, Ridgid replaces it. Same with their batteries. So anyways, I'm a Ridgid fan for life. Anyways, hope this helps, and we'll catch you next time.